Hey guys, it's Kumo and welcome to League of Legends Wild Rift. For today's video, we'll be showing off showing off League of Legends Wild Rift for the channel for the first time, and also doing a little bit of a carry in this video. So I'll show you guys how to carry in situations where it's literally you versus the enemy team and your team. So this will be a 1v9 situation. So I'm gonna show you guys how I came back from this weird type of game that I was in. We have two supports that were fighting over their role and not getting to play the champions that they wanted and the roles that they wanted, so they both went support just to troll and for us to lose. This is a ranked gameplay, and I'm going to show you guys how I overcame this. So the first thing I want to mention, when you're in situations like this, do not yell at your teammates, because that will then trigger them more and they will continue to feed and get frustrated and not care at all. So we're like, okay, we're just going to leave them, we're going to ditch them and then go somewhere else. So we gave up that lane because they wanted to push the lane and not have me farm with my stacks. So we're not going to go bottom. So I'm going to explain real quickly what Nasus is. Nasus is basically an all-rounder type of character. He can heal himself while fighting. He's tanky. He has stacking damage if you land last hits with his first ability on minions and champions and things like that. And he is a champion that can do everything. He can push. He can destroy buildings. He has a damage that can stack throughout the whole entire game passively. And we're going to go for Teemo here. We got him with the slow. He gave us a blinding dart. And we got that. We're going to Q him in just a second. Finish him off with an ignite. So beautiful timing right there. We got the kill on Teemo. And now we're going to continue to farm. We're going to get ganked here by the Evelyn. We're going to juke to our tower. I was going for the grapefruit here, but might have been a little scary there. She could have flashed and ulted us, but she did not, so we're fine. And so let me just tell you guys what Nasus does. So you see me waiting so I can last hit the minion with my ability. When you do that, you're going to get you're going to continue amplifying your damage throughout the whole game. When you last hit a minion or a champion with your first ability, your damage will continue to grow. It gets increased by X amount of damage listed. So we were trying to bait them over, but realized their jungler's there, so now we are going to hide back to the tower. I'm going to flash out so she doesn't ult us. She tries, but misses, thankfully. If she did that earlier, we probably would have died. Evelyn is super strong champion. So now we are going to run back to base and then heal up. And now we are going to go head back now. So Nasus, he has a tank. He's tanky. He can do damage. He can heal himself. He can slow. And yeah, he's just an all-round type of champion that can do everything. So if you have any trouble climbing, consider playing Nasus. Super good. So we got the slow. We're gonna go with a Q here. Auto attack. Q, another auto, and we got him. Our ignite just came off a cooldown. And quickly, I just want to talk about item build that you can do for Nasus. I recommend that you always rush Triforce with Nasus. Triforce itself amplifies your Q damage. So because it has a sheen in there. So your Q damage will be amplified with Triforce. So Triforce is extremely good, and I recommend it on Nasus. Rush that, and then after that, go for defensive items, because Nasus doesn't really need damage because you're constantly building damage with your passive ability when you're stacking your first ability's damage. So when you land last hits, I'm going to say it one more time, when you land last hits with your first ability, your first ability damage will be increased by 6 on it. So each time you last hit, it's increased by 6. So that is plus 6 damage. Plus 6 damage. It continues to grow and grow and grow. So Nasus is, the longer the game goes on, the stronger Nasus is. So it's better to go tanky on him after you get your first DPS item, go survivability, because he has a built-in heal, and your damage is going to be from your last hits. So that's why I recommend not going any damage items other than Triforce. So a good build on Nasus, in my opinion, would be like, depending on what the enemy has, Triforce, Spirit Visage, into Deadman's Plate, into Sterax Gauge. Sterax gives you a shield when you're low HP. Okay, gameplay here. Here we got a slow, a stun, another stun. Third skill is an AoE slow on the ground. We walk through it, they'll get slow. The second ability is a crippling slow. And then Q is our main source of damage. Ultimate amplifies your healing. So you will start healing when you land your Qs. So that. One more auto. Okay, perfect. So you don't have to last hit every champion as long as you kill them. That's what matters the most. I mean, you could like try to get the last Q off and stack your damage more, but I'm more interested in making sure that they die than just trying to get greedy and stack my damage. Because when you last hit champions with your Q, you're going to get the +6 as well. It might be +12, I'm not sure, but I think its minimum is +6. And you see right here, we're gonna Q this tower. Look how much damage we start doing to the tower. So our damage will continuously grow. That's why you don't need that much DPS items on him. You just need that and a bunch of tanky stuff. So Trinity Force into Spirit Visage. Trinity Force is your damage. Triforce, and then Spirit Visage will be your regen plus magic defense. And even if you're not versing magic characters, it's still really good because it's a really solid item. It will heal you out of combat as well. See in just a second, see how my HP is going up a lot. I'm not sure if it shows it. Oh, it's not really showing it, but yeah. It'll constantly heal you and reduce your damage. So your magic damage, and they have a lot of magic. They have Ziggs, they have Camille. Camille's not magic, actually. They have Ziggs, they have Evelyn, so Teemo. So it's good to do. Yeah. Q, W hurt is slower. The second skill. I keep saying Q because in League of Legends on the PC, Q is your first skill, W is your second, and E is your third. So there's always Q, W, E. R is your ultimate. So Q them. We'll ult here to make sure we guarantee it. One more hit and then +6. And then as you can see, the tower damage is getting nuked now because we're just turning into a monster. One more. Targeting is a little iffy in this game. But, see, like right here, I keep going back and forth there. One more, we can continuously stack our damage. And we're just doing whatever we can to help carry our team. We got another, we got slow. You're going to lead with your first or second skill. And then that they're either going to flash or you're going to slow them down and chop them down. When they flash, you can follow them up with your third skill and do an AoE slow right after. We're trying to bait them back to us, closer to our tower, and closer to Kaisei there, so she could come in and clean up, but she was too far off and they didn't take the bait. So these guys aren't potato, they're actually good players. This Evelyn was really good and really hard to deal with. See, look at that. She's trying to outplay me. She's trying to mind game me too, so these guys are not at all potatoes at all. This is a ranked game, and these guys are strong. They are really, really strong. Enemy team is good. They know what they're doing. It's not like I just carried my team against a bunch of potatoes. No, these guys were legit trying to win and trying to kill me as much as they could. So here we go here. I'm going to try to get more damage off and take the enemy's resources So no blue for Evelyn, so no magic regen or magic damage from her that amplifies from the blue buff. So the blue buff gives you magic damage and cooldown reduction and regen, I believe. Here we go for another play. I knew I could go on some of them because they used their flashes earlier. Trying to kite them back. Get some distance. We go. Oh, so close for another Q. But we got Master Yi with the cleanup. So my team is starting to come in. But see that Nami? She doesn't care. She's upset. And she tried to die to the mines there. Like, she doesn't care about dying. Or living. She wants to die. I think the person that tried the hardest in this game was probably Master Yi. Which I'm thankful for. And, I'm gonna change the perspective back to me. And Infernal Drake is up, so I'm trying to go for the Infernal Drake, but I'm not sure where the enemy is. And I was trying to ward. I was trying to check and see if they're not hiding in there. And I should have just ran straight to the dragon, but I don't think I would have made it back in time. So, but here we are going to get some cleanup here. Turn the volume down a bit. Cue him real quick, finish him off. And continuing on with the build. So we're going to look at it. We have Triforce into Spirit Visage into Deadman's Plate. And then after Deadman's Plate, we are going with, most likely we're probably going to build Guardian Angel. Because in this situation, if I died, my team probably would have just given up and we probably would have lost the game because they would have pushed our towers and killed our base and things like that. And it's hard to come back from that. You'll get minions to farm, of course, but you know, I just didn't want to die and put, because if I felt like if I died, we would have just gotten game overed right there. My team would have stopped caring. At this point they still don't care. They don't care at all, aside from maybe Master Yi. But everyone else, I don't think they care. If I died, they probably just would have been like, whatever, I'm going to AFK in the fountain and just let it happen. They probably wouldn't have defended it as much, you know? So, I'm not trying to say that to be arrogant. I'm saying that because I was scared. I was scared that if I died, we would have lost the game. Because I feel like my team didn't care at all. So, we continue on. So we try to kill her. See, we're not going to try to overextend there. Might have been able to dive and get that kill, but we probably would have died for it, so it's not worth it. And here I am just trying to go for the red buff now. And the red buff will do damage over time and slow them as well. So we just want to try to do whatever we can to boost ourselves here. Continuous getting damage. Team up here is fighting. Maybe I should have been there, but I wanted to get more damage and clear our jungle so the enemy doesn't clear it. And also I was close to getting another item. What did I come back and pick up? I got Sterak's Engage. Sterak's Gauge. So what Sterak's does, it basically, when you're at super low HP, you will get a giant shield. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build super tanky because we have the damage from our stacking the entire game, right? So there's that. We got blinded by Teemo. I'm just waiting it out. We could have went Quicksilver Sash to get rid of his blind, but I felt like it wouldn't be worth it because his blind has a short cooldown. I probably could have went QSS over Glory because QSS probably would have stopped me from being charmed as well, but we didn't care. We were so tanky at that point that it didn't really matter. So here we are going for the Baron. I'm going to go run back, grab some healing. Kasa just stood there and just ate all that damage. See what I mean by not caring? She just ate all of that Baron damage and didn't even dodge any of the hits. She's kind of on autopilot because Kasai is upset because she didn't get a support in this game. So yeah, she was upset. And also, guys, like, when you're in a situation like this, don't yell at your team. You're just creating more negativity. Instead, farm up and use your strength to best impact the whole entire map. So farm up, grab your core items, get the gold that you need, and then try to punish the enemies when they make mistakes and try to climb back. Crawl, and claw your way back into victory. Because every game, honestly, every game is winnable. A lot of pro people say this, and I agree with them. Every game is winnable. As long as you don't tilt and give up and hit that the surrender button. Because if you surrender, that means there's zero chance for you to come back, right? So I don't believe in surrendering. I will always play it out. Even if I'm feeding, I will get as tanky as I can and dive in headfirst and try to make plays for my team. Even if I'm feeding. Because it can still be beneficial even if you're not the core damage that's carrying. As long as you go tanky and things like that. So what we were trying to do here was we were trying to bait them to follow us and not back to base so we could end the game, but it didn't go as planned. The Teemo kind of realized that and gave up the chase and chasing me, so we were trying to bait them into following us so Kasai and Master Yi could end the game, but they didn't take the bait. So these guys aren't bad players at all. They're not like Potato or anything. There's some decent players. This is ranked, so. Q. Trying to go here. So we're trying to back out here now. Gonna go for a buff. I was looking for blue buff. But I'm like, okay, it's not showing up. So I'm like, alright, let's go back to base. We grab our GA now. So what Guardian Angel does is when you die, you'll resurrect. So we were trying to make sure we did not die at all in this game. We died once and we were trying to make sure we don't die again. Because if we die again, the timer for us to revive is 60 minutes or 60 seconds. 60 minutes, oof. That would have been crazy. But it's 60 seconds when you're super late game. And the timer is based off of your level. So if you're level 15, you're going to be dead for at least like 45 seconds to a minute. And that's not what we wanted. So I just wanted to make sure I did not die. Because if I died, I felt like my team was, as arrogant as it sounds, I felt like the whole game would have collapsed right there. The team would have just given up. So I did not want to die and get over greedy and overextend. I just wanted to do what I could and take fights that I knew I could win. Wanted to get rid of Teemo and his stupid blinding dart. Here. See, like, the enemy knows, like, they know that I'm trying to bait them and stuff like that, so. Here, what I'm trying to do is just create room so hopefully Kasai and Master Yi can go for the Baron. I'm not sure if they see it yet. Or try to get my team to come to me. So we're trying to bait them. See, they're not taking it. Oof. Beautiful. One more. Got the resurrection from the GA. And Kasai and Master Yi are going for the Baron, and that's what I was hoping for. So it's sort of a 1v9, but like I'm trying to map out what I could do. Like I'm always thinking what ahead, like it's a game of chess. And I'm trying to think what I could have done in the situations that would help out in the long run. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go crazy aggressive in that area up there, so my team will have enough room and space to make plays, and hopefully they'll try. And they did, and I was happy for that. So thank you, Master Yi, and Kasai for getting that Baron. They burn their flashes, so I'm going to go super aggressive here and not care. Because we are a giant healing, carry, tank, DPS, and we don't care at this point. Just doing whatever we want now. And that's basically how you guys, that's how you carry as Nasus, guys. I recommend if you don't tilt and you just farm and stack up, you'll win so many more games than you lose. So that's it for this video. We're going to check out the stats in case you guys wanted to see. Some of you guys like me showing the stats. So here we go. We have 60,000 damage, 60,500. Look at, compared to everyone else's, look at that. Master Yi did good. I'm going to say he did good. Let's see, damage. All right, let's go in order here. Damage dealt, 60,000. Damage taken, 48. Team fight, we were in 26 of it. That's a lot. So out of 26 kills, out of 33 kills, we were in 26 of them. It's pretty good. That's like 90% team fight participation. Then let's see how much gold we got. 23,000. So Master Yi with the second. So it's not exactly a 1v9, but I considered, from everything that's happening, I think I was a 1v9. Because Kasai, I mean, she didn't feed. Master Yi, he didn't really feed, but it was basically a 1v9, in my opinion. Maybe not. Early game, mid game, 1v9. Late game, it sort of not really. But, yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys will like it. And if you guys do, I will make more of this type of video and spice up the channel a bit. I really enjoy these types of games, guys. So, yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.